Yeah, it is more than land, it is more than view. It is the people that make it shine through. Chilling, we choose you. More than words can ever say. Chittering, you light our way, our home, our heart, forever true. Chittering, we love you. Rolling hills by the highway line, the noon mornings feel just right. 7,000 hearts and growing strong, building dreams where we belong. From bushfire crews to country roads, neighbors lending helping hands. Every project, every plan is shaped by pride across this land. From the valleys to the sky so blue, there is a place where life feels true. You can feel it in everything we do. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. Taste of Chittering fills the air. Music markets everywhere. From library labs to cafe fare, good times found beyond compare. Children playing, seniors wise, beneath these clear and endless skies. Every moment a sweet surprise, reflected in our happy eyes. Through every season, rain or sky, you're a treasure so divine. Every spirit starts to climb. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. From heritage roots to stories untold, you didn't watch your spirit still bold. Side by side we rise and stand, caring for this special land. Through every challenge we come through, safer, stronger, tried and true. With volunteers and vision clear, we conquer every doubt and fear. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. A countryside full of light. Yeah, it is more than land, it is more than view. It is the people that make it shine through. Chilling, we choose you. More than words can ever say. Chittering, you light our way, our home, our heart, forever true. Chittering, we love you. Rolling hills by the highway line, the noon mornings feel just right. 7,000 hearts and growing strong, building dreams where we belong. From bushfire crews to country roads, neighbors lending helping hands. Every project, every plan is shaped by pride across this land. From the valleys to the sky so blue, there is a place where life feels true. You can feel it in everything we do. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. Taste of Chittering fills the air. Music markets everywhere. From library labs to cafe fare, good times found beyond compare. Children playing, seniors wise, beneath these clear and endless skies. Every moment a sweet surprise, reflected in our happy eyes. Through every season, rain or shine, you're a treasure so divine. Every spirit starts to climb. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. From heritage roots to stories untold, you didn't watch your spirit still bold. Side by side we rise and stand, caring for this special land. Through every challenge we come through, safer, stronger, tried and true. With volunteers and vision clear, we conquer it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We wish to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land within the Shire of Chittering, the Ewart and Wadjuk peoples. We'd like to pay respect to the elders of the Noongar Nation, past and present, who have walked and cared for the land. We acknowledge and respect their continuing culture and the contributions made to this region. Item 1, I declare the meeting open at 7 p.m. Please note, as per Council Resolution, pardon me, 130423, this meeting is being live streamed. Item 2, record of attendance, apologies, approved leave of absence. Before we continue, I would first like to formally welcome Councillor Van Eden over here to her first official council meeting as an elected member. We look forward to her contribution to council and wish her every success in her new role. Attendance, the following members are in attendance this evening. Councillor Van Eden, Councillor Greyer, Councillor Foulkes Taylor, Councillor Curtis, Councillor Angus, who's Deputy President, and myself, presiding member. The following staff are in attendance. Danae Kerr, Executive Assistant, Hugo DeVos, Acting Executive Manager, Development Services, Leo Paduta, Executive Manager, Technical Services, Scott Clayton, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, and Melinda Prinsloo, Chief Executive Officer. We have 6 members of general public in here tonight.
8.
We'll just modify that to 8. We have no media with us. I have apologies here from Mr. Jake Whistler, Executive Manager, Development Services. I have approved leave of absence from Councillor Kylie Hughes. Councillors to advise of their attendance in their role as an elected member. Are there any other attendances not provided to Danae this evening? Anything else to add to that? Okay, good. Thank you very much, councillors. Item 3, disclosure of interest. Councillors must declare to the President any potential conflict of interest they have in a matter before the Shire Council as soon as they become aware of it. Councillors, are there any more disclosures of interest you need to declare tonight? No? Okay, thank you very much. Move on to item 4, public question time. Item 4.1, public questions taken on notice on 17 June 2026. There are a number of public questions taken on notice from the June 17 Ordinary Council meeting. A response has been provided in the agenda and will also be published in the minutes of this meeting. Moving to 4.2, public question time, which is limited to 15 minutes in total. Each member can ask or can speak for 2 minutes. There's 2 questions per person. You must state your name and address. Are there any?
The question already submitted by
Okay. Yeah.
Sarah.
Okay. Yeah. Away you go. Yeah.
Hi, Sarah McHiggins. I'm Lot 5, Wattlebird Boulevard, just down in Chittering. Affected, obviously, by the corridor that's going through with Chalice and the Gonville that's proposed to go through. So we note Chalice's decision to place some sections of the proposed infrastructure corridor underground. What steps can the Shire take to ensure this cannot later be changed if the project is transferred to or expanded by another utility or government agency? Will the Shire continue to advocate for the complete removal of the corridor from private properties rather than accepting underground infrastructure, given that underground services still require easements, exclusion zones, and significantly restrict the reasonable use and enjoyment of our land?
Okay, I'll provide a response. The Shire's position remains that it will continue to strongly advocate on behalf of affected residents and ratepayers to protect landowners' rights to the quiet enjoyment of their properties, free from unnecessary encumbrances and restrictions that may arise from a miscellaneous licence or associated infrastructure corridor. While Chalice's decision to place some sections of the proposed corridor underground is noted, the Shire recognises that underground infrastructure can still result in easements, exclusion zones, access requirements and ongoing restrictions on land use. As such, undergrounding does not necessarily remove the impacts experienced by private landowners. The Shire will continue to advocate for outcomes that minimise impacts on private property rights and preserve the amenity of the area. This is particularly important given the scenic and rural character of the district, which is highly valued by residents and is a significant drawcard for visitors and tourism. Protecting these qualities remains a key concern for the Shire and the broader community. In relation to future changes, transfers or expansions of the infrastructure by another utility provider, government agency or project proponent, the Shire's ability to control or prevent such outcomes is extremely limited. Any protections would ultimately depend on the conditions imposed through the relevant statutory approvals and legislative framework rather than on decisions of the Shire. It's also important to note that the Shire does not have a decision-making role in determining the application currently before the Warden's Court. The process established under the Mining Act places the matter before the court as a dispute between the mining proponent and the individual landowners affected. In effect, it is a matter to be determined between the mining company and the private landowners whose land rights may be impacted. Accordingly, while the Shire will continue to make strong representations advocating for the interests of residents, ratepayers and affected landowners, the ultimate decision on whether the corridor proceeds and under what conditions rests with the relevant decision makers under state legislation rather than the Shire. Okay. You have another question?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of following up. Does the Shire still remain committed then to the principle that the major infrastructure should, wherever practical, be located within those existing transport and utility corridors, including established road reserves, rail corridors and other designated service alignments, rather than creating this new corridor across private land and environmentally sensitive areas?
Thanks. Okay, I'll provide you with a response. As a matter of principle, the Shire considers that major infrastructure should, wherever practical, utilise existing transport and utility corridors rather than creating new corridors across private land or environmentally sensitive areas. Using established corridors can often reduce land fragmentation, minimise impacts on private property owners and limit the introduction of new visual and environmental impacts across the landscape. From an advocacy perspective, the Shire will continue to do whatever it reasonably can to represent the interests of residents and ratepayers and to encourage proponents and decision makers to consider options that minimise impacts on landowners and the broader community. That said, the Shire would be cautious about adopting a blanket position that all infrastructure should simply be relocated into existing road reserves, rail corridors or other service alignments. The suitability of any corridor depends on a range of factors including engineering requirements, safety considerations, environmental constraints, existing services, land tenure issues and the impacts on adjoining properties and communities. For example, while an existing road reserve may appear to be a logical location, the Shire would need to carefully consider whether that corridor is capable of accommodating the infrastructure and whether relocating it would simply transfer amenity, visual or land use impacts from one group of landowners to another. Similar considerations would apply to active rail corridors and other existing service alignments. Accordingly, while the principle of utilising existing corridors is one the Shire generally supports, it would not be appropriate to provide a definitive or blanket endorsement of any particular alignment unless and until specific corridor adoptions are identified and their impacts properly assessed. The Shire's primary concern will remain achieving the best possible outcome for residents and ratepayers, protecting private property rights wherever possible, and preserving the rural character and amenity of the district that is valued by the community and contributes significantly to the attractiveness of the area. As with the current proposal, the Shire will continue to advocate strongly for outcomes that minimise unnecessary impacts on both landowners and the broader community.
Thank you.
Okay,
Sorry,
you.
just one last question if we had time very quickly. I did read something about the Shire would be able to object when the miscellaneous licence was lodged. is that something we're able to confirm and something that you guys would be doing once that is lodged?
Okay for me to proceed?
Yes.
Thank you, through you,
The
Mr.
chair,
President.
yeah.
The Shire will be having a meeting with a member of the department next week to try and ascertain exactly how this process will work, and I was hoping to give feedback to this group as well afterwards. Yes, we will be making our own representation as we will continue to advocate alongside all of our residents for this to have a better outcome for us.
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you. Are there any other questions that the public wishes to ask tonight? You can come forward if you like.
All right, Sonia Cook from Wisteria Way, Chittering. Given recent media highlights, including on Channel 9 News, showing that our endangered Carnaby's black cockatoos are actively running out of time due to rapid habitat loss, will the Shire explicitly demand that the EPA reject any infrastructure corridor that fragments Chittering's remaining old-growth nesting hollows?
Take that on notice.
Willing to answer that one?
You can.
So the Shire will continue to advocate for the community and both the rural amenity of the Shire as well as for our rural residential area, the amenity for our public in the blocks that they've purchased. So it would include naturally the care for the environment that goes along with that.
Okay, and another one. Chalice has been using an off-site survey initiative for Coneague to dilute regional opposition and distort community sentiment data. Will the Shire of Chittering host its own independent, transparent town hall meeting, specifically for the affected landholders of Lower Chittering, Chittering and 2J, to ensure our actual voices are accurately documented and sent directly to the Minister for Mines?
The Shire was not planning on having a community meeting on this because we felt that we have heard the community and that we would be strongly advocating for them. The decision by Council last month was, or the direction from Council was for me to try and establish a meeting for the community with Chalice, as the community indicated that they were unable to establish a meeting. I have attempted and I've received written confirmation from Chalice that they were not willing to entertain a community meeting.
Okay, so you're still trying.
What I do know from the volcanic group is that they seem to be independent from the mine, and they are in the process of obtaining all of the information to put it into a report. I am not entirely sure that they are quite under the influence of Chalice as might be the public perception. I do have some faith in the process that they are following.
Okay. Okay, and if the Shire does object to the miscellaneous corridor, what specific criteria will the Shire use to decide on the objections?
I don't quite follow your
So
question.
what specific criteria will the Shire use to decide whether it objects, and when will that decision be made?
The decision was already made by Council, and it was passed in the previous Council meeting that the CEO was instructed to continue to advocate for these corridors, doors to not go through rural residential properties in our in our Shire, and there's been several other aspects included in that Council resolution which I'm obliged to fulfill.
All right, thanks guys.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? Yes, yes.
My name's Lisa Sloan and I'm from 118 Maglue Road, Lower Chittering. I actually emailed in 2 questions. I submitted them online. Yeah, I did the online form. Yeah, and I did get a response that it had been received. But I'll just read out the 2 questions. So, question 1, will the Shire formally request from Chalice an independent impact and cost estimate to quantify the financial detriments to our community resulting from the proposed infrastructure corridor through the Chittering Valley, specifically addressing property devaluation, consequent rate revenue reduction, infrastructure utility installations, and long-term environmental monitoring within our rural and rural residential zones, or will the Shire commission its own independent assessment?
The Shire will be definitely asking Chalice. I would have to be instructed by council to be spending money to get an independent assessor in to do that, but we will definitely write to Chalice with that request.
Okay, thank you. And my second question, in alignment with the council's motion to actively advocate against routing this heavy infrastructure through private properties, what immediate advocacy steps is the Shire taking to address this severe lack of transparency regarding the exact power and water corridor boundaries?
So again, here we have written to all of the relevant stakeholders, and we have had 2 meetings with Chalice since we became aware of the exact path. And I have had several email exchanges with him because of the, even for us, the lack of transparency in how that corridor was going. The original alignment was not clear on the size of the pictures that they've presented to us. So apart from just voicing our objections at this point in time and advocating against where it's going, those are the only immediate steps that we have done.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions tonight? No? Okay. Thank you very much for that. Okay, we'll move to item 5.
Do you have one more?
Oh, yeah.
Only if you allow it, because she's heard it.
Yeah. I just thought of something, speaking, hearing Lisa. I just feel like as the community, we've kind of had to come together and get the word out about this ourselves. And I still feel like there's a lot of people in the community who aren't aware. So I guess, like, where can be the support, or how can the Shire support us in actually getting the point across? Like Chalice hasn't been transparent with us. How is the wider community to know?
So we have already contributed to articles in the Northern Valleys News, speaking to his ABC and various other social media groups to get the message out from our behalf as well. So other than that, it would just be to invite groups like yourselves. You're always welcome to give us a call and come meet with council here on the days when council are in for the information session. So it's not only that you have to invite council to go out there. When you have a meeting, you can set up with a meeting with council here.
So we could have a meeting at the community hall. So if we could get as many people together as possible, is that something that's a possibility?
Yeah,
Putting the word out there for information. I just feel like we're just one person or a few people in the community, and it's hard to know how to get the word out properly. Like, I would really rely on people who know better, I suppose. Getting the word out
only
there.
other option would be to write to us and ask council to direct me to advocate or to set up a meeting or something on your behalf. So if you can phrase that what you want us to do,
Yes.
then if council directs me to do that, then we can do that for you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, I think we've finished. Yep. Okay. We'll sort of move on again. Pardon me. Item 5, presentations, deputations, petitions. There are nil of all of the above. We'll move to item 6, applications for leave of absence. Councillors, before you is a leave of absence request from Councillor Van Eden. Are there any other applications for leave of absence? Councillor Van Eden, I will assume you're happy to move the motion.
Yeah, it's just the Friday must just change to Sunday. Yeah, because I think the 4th of October is Sunday.
Okay.
That's only, yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Councillor Van Eden. Councillor, can I have a seconder for that, please? Councillor Angus, thank you. Councillors, a motion has been moved and seconded that Council grants Councillor Van Eden a leave of absence from 16 September to 4 October inclusive. I will put the motion to the vote. All in favour?
Okay.
Okay, that's carried unanimously. Okay, moving to item 7, confirmation of minutes. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to confirm the minutes. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Angus, can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Fox-Taylor. Councillors, a motion has been moved and seconded that Council confirm the minutes of our meeting held on Wednesday, 17 June 2026. I'll put this to the motion to the vote. All in favour? Okay, I declare that carried 7-0 unanimously.
I'd like to speak to it.
Yeah. There's only 6 of us too, sorry.
Sorry. Thank you. Item 8, announcements from the presiding member. There are nil. Item 9, reports. So move over to that one. DSO 1. Development Services, DSO 1, Extractive Industries Local Law Review. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to commence the statutory review of the Shire's Extractive Industries Local Law 2014 in accordance with Section 3.16 of the Local Government Act 1995. Can I have a mover for this, please? Councillor Fox-Taylor. Can I have a seconder for this recommendation? Councillor Greyer. Is anyone speaking against the officer recommendation? No. Anyone speaking for?
Do you want me to speak?
No.
Do I need to speak for? I usually do.
No, hang on. Councillor Fox-Taylor, you have the right reply.
I just wanted to say that I support the officer recommendation by commencing the review of the Extractive Industries Local Law 2014. It's both necessary and appropriate, particularly given the transitional review requirements and the ongoing relevance of the local law to land use, amenity, road impacts, rehabilitation and regulatory compliance within our Shire. Authorising local public notice and inviting submissions ensures transparency, community and stakeholder participation, compliance with our legislative requirements, a well-informed decision-making process for Council. The recommendation does not predetermine any outcome, it simply initiates the statutory review process, allowing Council to consider all submissions before determining whether the local law should be repealed, amended or remain unchanged. Thank you.
Yeah, should I go back to that? Yeah, sorry folks, I've just jumped ahead there. Councillor Greyer, would you like to talk to this officer recommendation?
Nothing to add to that one.
Okay, all right, so we'll, we'll get back in the right order. Okay, I think so Beck's spoken to that. If not, sorry, would you like to say something more, Councillor Fox-Taylor?
No, thank you.
Okay, all right. If no one speaks against the officer recommendation, I'll put this to the vote. All in favour? Anyone against? No, it's carried.
6-0.
6-0. Okay, moving over the page to Technical Services, TSO1, Shire Policy 1.7, Asset Management Infrastructure Assets Review. All right. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to adopt the revised Shire Policy 1.7, Asset Management. Can I have a mover, please?
I'll do it.
Councillor Fox-Taylor. Can I have a seconder, please? Okay, I'll get this right this time. Councillor Fox-Taylor, would you like to speak to the officer recommendation?
Thank you. I support the officer recommendation. The revised asset management policy provides a clearer strategic framework, reflects the full scope of the Shire's assets, and strengthens our alignment with contemporary asset management practice. It improves governance, supports consistent decision-making and appropriately separates Council's strategic role from operational processes. Adoption of the revised policy is appropriate. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Fox-Taylor. Councillor Angus, would you like to talk to this one?
Yep, just to add that it's been undertaken as part of the Shire's scheduled policy review process to ensure it remains current, practical and aligned with the Shire's strategic and operational requirements. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Angus. Okay, is anyone speaking against this recommendation? No. Anyone wish to speak for the recommendation? No. Councillor Fox-Taylor, you have a right to reply.
I've nothing further to add. Thank you.
Okay, no one speaking against this. I'll put this to the vote. All in favour? Everyone 6-0. Okay, we move on to corporate services, CSO1. List of accounts paid for the period ending 30 June 2026. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to receive the list of accounts. Can I have a mover? Councillor Angus. Can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Curtis, thank you very much. Okay, Councillor Angus, would you like to speak to this officer
Yes.
recommendation, please?
Thank you. Happy to receive the list of accounts paid, and looking through them, I didn't see anything that seemed out of the ordinary, out of place. I'm happy with what I've received.
Thank you very much. Councillor Curtis, would you like to talk to the officer recommendation tonight?
Yeah, I accept the accounts, Mr. President, but I'm a bit concerned about all these things for the checking all the electrical stuff in our Shire buildings. It seems to be quite a lot of money that we spend on this stuff. I don't know if it's justified or not.
Happy to respond to that.
Come on.
Through you, Mr. President.
Yes, Remy.
We have an obligation to ensure that we are compliant, and for our insurance purposes that the building electrical certificates and things are issued on an annual basis. So we would normally on an annual basis go through all of the buildings, specifically before the budget period, to determine if there's any works that need to be included in the upcoming budget. So it's not a monthly recurring fee. It is generally more in a specific month where all of the checks are done for all of the Shire buildings.
Well, they break down, Mr. President, they break down for the air conditioning inspection and what else, I don't know, there's only, say, take for example the ag building there, it's only a little shed, yet they charge $270 to check out what's in there. There's hardly anything in that building. I don't know how this justify these prices themselves. It seems to be a lot.
Yeah, Councillor Curtis, we're kind of debating this. We're not. It's question time was last week at the Gender Forum.
You can ask a question.
Go on, then. Do you want to answer it?
No, I think Councillor Curtis just expressed his opinion that it was perhaps expensive, but that is what the rate was.
Okay.
Yeah, I accept the counts, but I don't know what we can do about these. I mean, they don't itemise what they check, so that's what I'd like to see itemised a bit more, what they check in these buildings.
Okay. Duly noted. Is anyone speaking against the officer recommendation? No. Anyone speaking for the officer recommendation? Councillor Angus, you have the right reply, yeah.
Thank you. The only thing I can add is to perhaps, in response to Councillor Curtis's concerns, and having worked in the private sector where we've been regulated to have electrical checks every year, they check every power point, they check every power cable, test and tag. So there's a lot of work involved, and unfortunately, this day and age, we have to pay it.
Some money, yeah. Okay, so no one's, thanks Councillor Angus, no one's spoken against that recommendation. I'll put this to the vote. All in favour? Okay, it's unanimous, 6-0. Okay. Moving along to CSO2, monthly financial report for the period ending 30 June 2026. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to receive the monthly financial report. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Angus.
Oh.
I think it's just.
Sorry. You could have.
Can I have a seconder for that, please?
That'll be me.
Councillor Fox-Taylor, yeah. Thanks. Okay, Councillor Angus, would you like to speak to this one?
Just briefly, thank you. Happy to receive the monthly financial report as usual. Thank you to the staff for their hard work in putting it together. And it's always good to see how we're tracking and that we're still heads above water. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Fox-Taylor, would you like to speak to this one?
I have nothing additional to add. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Is anyone speaking against? No. Anyone speaking for the recommendation? No. Councillor Angus, you've got a right reply on this one?
Nothing to add, thank you.
Good. Okay, so I can put this to the vote. All in favour? Okay, 6-0 again. Okay, CSO3, 2026-27 annual budget post-adoption amendments. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to approve the amended 2026-27 annual budget and fees and charges schedule as attached to the item. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Fox-Taylor. Can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Greyer. Thank you. Okay, Councillor Fox-Taylor would like to speak to this officer recommendation.
Thank you. Again, this will be just short. I support the officer recommendation. The proposed budget amendment appropriately reflects the confirmed black spot funding and the administrative updates to the fees and charges schedule, which ensure accuracy and compliance without changing Council's policy position. These adjustments are sensible, transparent and support effective implementation of the 2026-27 budget. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Fox-Taylor. Councillor Greyer, would you like to talk to this one?
Yeah, just it's a really good win under the Black Spot project for this, so I'm glad we could get it in time and get it into the budget for this year. It's fantastic work.
Thanks, Councillor Greyer. Is anyone speaking against this recommendation? No. Anyone speaking for? Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Councillor Angus.
Only to add to Councillor Greyer's comments about the Black Spot project. It was nice to receive $441,000 and it will be well spent on one of our local Black Spot projects. So, good win.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Councillor Angus. Councillor Fox-Taylor, you got a right reply on this one?
I have nothing further to add. Thank you.
Okay, so I think we can put this straight to the vote. All in favour? Okay, 6-0. Okay, moving on to CSO4, community funding quarter 4 update. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to receive the Community Funding Quarter 4 report. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Curtis, thank you. Need a seconder, please. Councillor Angus. Thank you. Councillor Curtis, would you like to speak to the officer recommendation?
Just to say, Mr. President, that yeah, I support the officer's recommendation, and it's good that we help out community groups and help people do their state national representation of their hobbies or their sport, whatever's involved. I think we should do more.
Thanks very much, Councillor Curtis. Councillor Angus, would you like to talk to this one?
Oh, just briefly, thank you. And as Councillor Curtis said, it's always good to hear that some of our young community members have received some funding that's helped them perform either overseas or interstate. And also along with that, we did give a grant to Chittering Home Care Organisation for the help that they do in the community too. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Councillor Angus. We're moving to this. Anyone speaking against the officer recommendation? No. Anyone speaking for? Councillor Folkes-Taylor.
I just wanted to also add that it demonstrates strong outcomes across our funding programs, with contributions that have clearly supported community participation, connection and individual achievement locally and nationally, and in some cases internationally. So it's really good to see and acknowledge the valuable efforts and achievements of all those funding recipients.
Thank you, Councillor Folkes-Taylor. Now, Councillor Curtis, you have a right of reply if you like.
Nothing more to add, thanks.
So no one's spoken against it. I'll put this to the vote then. All in favour? Thank you. 6-0. Now, Chief Executive Officer, CEO1, Work Health and Safety Statistics Report, June 2026. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to receive the Work Health and Safety Report. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Angus, thanks. Can I have a seconder for this, please? Councillor Greyer. Councillor Angus, would you like to speak to this one, please?
Yes, thank you. Happy again to receive the Work Health and Safety Statistics Report. Thank you to the CEO for keeping the staff safe, and I trust that the couple of injuries have now recovered.
Here. Councillor Greyer, would you like to talk to this one?
Nothing to add, thank you.
Okay, all right. Is anyone speaking against? No. Anyone speaking for? Officer recommendation? No. Councillor Angus, you got a right reply?
Nothing to add.
Nothing to add. Thank you very much. We'll put this to the vote then. All in favour? 6-0. Carried. Right, so we move on again to COO2, change of date, September 2026 Ordinary Council meeting. Should be fairly straightforward. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to approve the change of date for the September Ordinary Council meeting to allow councillors an opportunity to attend the Walga Convention. Can I have a mover? I'll move that. Can I have a seconder, please? Okay, this is just pretty straightforward. The date needs to be changed, so there's a number of councillors going to the Walga Convention, which is really pleasing. I think as much participation and input from our council sets a really good example. I'm really pleased with that. Councillor Folkes-Taylor, would you like to talk to this?
I just would like to say that it supports councillor participation in what is an important sector event. It's a minor amendment which maintains compliance and ensures council can continue its business effectively.
Thank you very much. Is anyone speaking against the officer recommendation? No. Anyone speaking for the recommendation? Councillor Curtis over there.
How many
thank you.
councils are going, Mr President, do you know?
I know I'm going. Show of hands. Who's going?
3.
And Kylie,
Maybe.
Kylie will go.
Kylie
So-
will be going.
maybe 5.
5 of the 7, I believe.
Good work. Keep it up, folks. Royal reply. Don't really have much to add. I think it's a good, just a straightforward one, and as many councillors to get to the Walga Convention is really good, as far as I'm concerned. No one speaking against. We'll put it to the vote then. All in favour? 6-0 again. Okay. CEO 03, 2026 Walga Annual General Meeting, appointment of voting delegates and proxies. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to appoint the voting and proxy delegates for the 2026 Walga Annual General Meeting. Can I have a mover? Thank you, Councillor Angus. I'll second that one. Councillor Angus, would you like to speak to this officer
Thank you.
recommendation?
Yes, I'm happy to agree to the officer recommendation. I think it's important that we do have voting delegates represent our shire at the West Australian Local Government Association annual general meeting that forms part of the convention, where we get an opportunity to vote on issues that affect our region and our town and our state. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Angus. Yeah, I think this is, a really good thing that we get down there and participate. And I'm happy to be a voting delegate, and hopefully, and I'm sure good things will come from all this. Is anyone speaking against the officer recommendation? Anyone speaking for? Councillor Angus, you've got a right to reply on this one.
Nothing to add, thank you.
Thank you ever so much. We'll put this to the vote then. All in favour? Again, 6-0. Okay, moving on to CEO 04, Bushfire Brigade Local Law 2012 Review. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to commence the review process of the Shire's Bushfire Brigades Local Law 2012. Can I have a mover, please? Thank you, Councillor Foakes-Taylor. Can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Greyer, thank you. Okay, Councillor Foakes-Taylor would like to speak to this recommendation.
Yes, I support the officer recommendation as commencing the statutory process for a new bushfire brigades local law is appropriate and ensures our brigades continue to operate under a valid, contemporary and fit for purpose framework. Authorising public notice and consultation is an important first step, and I support progressing the proposed local law to the submission stage.
Thank you very much. Councillor Greyer, would you like to talk to this officer recommendation?
Nothing to add to that one.
Okay. Is anyone speaking against this officer recommendation? No. Anyone speaking for the officer recommendation? No. Councillor Foakes-Taylor, you have a right reply here.
Nothing additional to add, thank you.
Thank you. No one's speaking against. We can put this straight to the vote. All in favour? 6-0 again. All right, we're moving on to CEO 05, Shire Policy 2.5, Purchasing and Procurement. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to endorse the amended Policy 2.5, Purchasing and Procurement. Can I have a mover here, please? Oh, okay. It's a struggle. Thank you, Councillor Angus. Is there a seconder in the room? Councillor Foakes-Taylor.
Give me someone
getting sore arms. Councillor Angus, would you like to speak to the officer recommendation?
Only to say that I'm happy to support it. It's part of the broader purposes of the transition of our policies. So yes, I'm happy to support it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Folkes-Taylor, talk to this one.
I have nothing further to add, thank you.
Anyone speaking against the officer recommendation? No. Anyone wish to speak for it? You're going against?
I'll speak for it.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Yep. Why you go, Councillor Curtis?
I just wondered why we have to have this if we've already got all the policies and that. It just sounds like extra work for the staff.
Yeah, go on.
The policy gives us additional guidance into how we implement the procurement in the Shire. So it's guidance to myself and to the staff, and it sets specific parameters within which we can operate. So it helps us.
Thank you.
Councillor Angus, you got a right reply here?
Nothing else, thank
Nothing
you.
to add. No one speak against. We'll put this directly to the vote then. All in favour? 6-0 again. Thank you very much. CEO 06, Shire Policy 1.3, Service Level Complaints Handling Policy Review. It's a mouthful. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to endorse the amended policy 1.3, Service Level Complaints Handling. Can I have a mover here, please? Councillor Folkes-Taylor. Thanks. Can I have a seconder? Councillor Angus, thank you. Councillor Folkes-Taylor, would you like to speak to this officer recommendation?
Thank you, Mr President. I support the officer recommendation. The amended policy 1.3 provides a clearer council position and appropriately separates strategic intent from operational processes. The accompanying procedure strengthens consistency and ensures complaints are managed fairly, respectfully and in line with our obligations. I'm satisfied with the framework and support its adoption.
Thank you very much, Councillor Folkes-Taylor. Councillor Angus, would you like to talk to this one?
What she said, along with, again, it's part of our review of policies and updating them so they meet our current requirements. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Councillor Angus. Anyone speaking against this officer recommendation? Anyone wish to speak for the officer recommendation? Councillor Folkes-Taylor, got a right reply on this one?
Nothing additional, thank you.
Okay, we can put this to the vote then. All in favour? 6-0 again. Thank you. Moving on to CEO 07, Strategic User Group Outcome. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to note the outcome of the consultation and establish formal strategic user groups for a minimum period of 12 months for Musho Rec Centre and Sandown Park. Can I have a mover on this one, please? Councillor Angus, thank you. Can I have a seconder on this one?
Do it.
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much. Councillor Angus, your turn to speak to this one.
Thank you. Council had previously discussed that perhaps user groups weren't required for these centres anymore, but after consultation with the different groups, both Sandown Park and Musho Rec Centre have requested that they do still have a councillor sit on their user group, and that's what this recommendation addresses. And keeping in mind that the operational issues will still come back to the staff, and the user groups that the councillors will attend will be purely for looking ahead at what they might want to spend the money on. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Councillor Angus. Councillor Folkes-Taylor, would you like to talk to this one?
No, I have nothing additional. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone speaking against this recommendation? Anyone speaking for the recommendation? I just think it's a pretty good idea that this continues for 12 months to make sure that everything's progressing well at the rec centre and Sandown Park. Councillor Angus, you got right reply.
Nothing more, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, no one speaking against. We'll put this to the vote. All in favour? Okay, carried 6-0. Moving on to CEO 08, Audit Risk and Improvement Committee, appointment of Deputy Chairperson. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to adopt the amended Audit Risk and Improvement Committee terms of reference to include the role of Deputy Chairperson and appoint Ms Alina Behan, CEO of the Shire of York, to this position. Can I have a mover for this officer recommendation? And can I have a seconder for this officer recommendation? Councillor Gray. Okay, Councillor Angus, would you like to speak to this?
Thank you. In recent times, of course, it's been identified that we needed to have an independent chairperson on our Audit Risk and Improvement Committee. And more recently, we needed to have a deputy chairperson. So this recommendation is to formally appoint a deputy chairperson and adopt the amended terms of reference. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Councillor Angus. Councillor Gray, would you like to talk to this recommendation?
Nothing to add.
Okay. Is anyone speaking against this recommendation? Anyone speaking for the officer recommendation? Okay. Yeah. Councillor Angus, you got a right reply on this one.
Nothing else to add, thank you.
Nothing to add. Okay, we can put this straight to the vote again. Those in favour? 6-0. Carried. Okay, moving on to CEO 09, end of year corporate performance report 2025-26. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to receive the end of year corporate performance report 25-26. Can I have a mover for this, please? Councillor Foulkes-Taylor. Can I have a seconder for this too, please? Councillor Angus. Okay, Councillor Foulkes-Taylor, would you like to speak to this officer recommendation?
Thank you, Mr. President. I support the officer recommendation. The end-of-year corporate performance report shows strong delivery of Council's strategic priorities, with the vast majority of projects completed or on track. The integrated approach to performance and risk provides Council with solid assurance around organisational progress and strategic risk monitoring, and I'm satisfied with receiving this report. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Foulkes-Taylor. Councillor Angus, would you like to talk to this officer recommendation?
Thank you. I'm happy to receive the performance report. Thank you to the CEO for putting it together. And thank you for making it so easy to read and colour pictures and showing me what's doing well and what's not so well. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Angus. Is there anyone speaking against this recommendation here? No. Does anyone wish to speak for the recommendation? No. Councillor Foulkes-Taylor, you've got a right to reply.
I have nothing additional to add. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, again, we can put this to the vote. Those in favour? Okay, we've got a 6-0 victory there. Okay, now we're moving on to item 10, reports of committees, which there are nil. Item 11, motions of which previous notice has been give, or just put the N on there, given. There are nil. Item 12, question from members without any notice. None? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Councillor Curtis, my apologies.
I'd like to know how many visitors we have to the visitor centre, Mr. President.
Sure. I couldn't tell you, but we'll figure it out.
We can provide that statistics for you.
Can we get that answer back to you shortly? Will that be okay?
Next meeting.
Next meeting. Okay, I think we can handle that. Anyone else got some questions they'd like to ask? Councillors?
Just a clarification,
Oh.
Councillor Curtis. Over what period are you looking for?
If it goes back 12 months.
12 months.
We've got the stats, have we? I don't know.
We should have some statistics for you.
If it's not too hard.
Yeah, no. So the past
It's
12
no
months.
hurry.
Sure.
Thanks, Councillor Curtis. If there's no more questions, we'll carry on. Item 13. All right, here we go. New business of an urgent nature introduced by the decision of the meeting. Okay, following recent meetings attended by the CEO and myself, 2 matters have been identified that require consideration as urgent business to enable submission ahead of the Walga Annual General Meeting, deadline 30 July 2026, which is 15 days away. These matters are of significance to local governments across Western Australia and are considered appropriate for inclusion in the Walga Annual General Meeting, where they can be considered as potential statewide advocacy priorities. Can I have someone to move the inclusion of these new business items, which... Oh, sorry, Councillor Folkestone.
Everybody.
As the Folkestone was in very quick. Can I have a seconder, please? Okay. We're speaking to these? No, we're not. Oh, thank you, councillors. A motion has been moved and seconded that 2 new urgent items be included on the agenda. All those in favour? Okay, that's 6-0, carried. Thank you very much. Okay, we're moving to NBUN01. Haven't seen that acronym before, but anyway. Continuation of Community Water Supplies Partnership and Agricultural Area Dams Program Funding. That is a mouthful. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to support the submission of the Walga 2026 AGM member motion titled Continuation of Community Water Supplies Partnership and Agricultural Area Dams Program Funding. Can I have a mover, please? I'll second that, that's all right. Councillor Angus, would you like to talk to that officer recommendation?
Yes, but it will be brief. I'm happy to support the officer recommendation. It's something that we need to fight for in our shire that's going to be debated on at the Walga conference, and their submissions have to be in by the 30th of July. So this is our last opportunity to submit it. And it's basically fighting for support for our water supplies throughout the region and for firefighting, water tanks, etc. I'm happy to support that.
Okay. Thank you for that brief response. Yeah, I think Councillor Angus has probably covered it there. It's just really disappointing that we only found out that the funding had been dropped for the coming period of time. And I guess more broadly, community water supplies of all forms and shapes are super important out in the countryside where water is really, really precious. So, yeah, I'm happy to support this officer recommendation very vigorously at the Walga AGM. Anyone speaking against this officer recommendation? No. Anyone speaking for? Councillor Angus, you have a right of reply here.
I don't have anything else to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll put this to the vote then. All in favour? So we've got 6-0 result there. Thank you very much, councillors. Okay, we're moving to NBUNO2, State Assistance Grants for Western Australia. Councillors, you have the officer recommendation to support the submission of the Walga 2026 AGM member motion titled State Assistance Grants for Western Australia. Could I please have a mover here? Yes, I can do this one. Can I have a seconder then, please? Councillor Foakes-Taylor. Just make some kind of general comments. I guess it's pretty disappointing that over time, the amount of money that's coming back to particularly local government to get stuff done out there, infrastructure and services and all that sort of thing. And it's I think we get a really raw deal, quite frankly, given that we've got a lot to do out here. So, we need more funding, and I guess this is a strong way of saying that to the authorities. So yeah, I will strongly support this officer recommendation. Councillor Foakes-Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mine's going to be very brief, but I support the officer recommendation. As you've stated, it's extremely important for us to secure funding for not only the Shire of Chittering but also for our other regions. So I therefore support the recommendation and advocating for this necessary funding. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Foakes-Taylor. Is anyone speaking against this recommendation? No. Anyone else like to speak for this recommendation? Councillor Curtis, thank you.
I think you guys, when you go to this convention, get onto these politicians there, because they can give money to Chalice Mining, but they won't give money to the shires in the wheat belt, and it's very disgusting, really. These politicians cutting back our money, and what they do with all their royalties they get from mining. God knows where it goes. Not going to us.
Thank you, Councillor Curtis. Okay, so it comes back to me for right reply. I guess summing up, we need to get all the grants and financial assistance we can, and that seems to be getting harder and harder to achieve. So yeah, we'll have to push really hard on this one at the Walga conference. So no one speaking against. We'll put this to the vote then. All in favour? 6-0. Carried. I think that takes us to item 14. Meeting closed to the public. Matters of which the meeting may be closed, there are nil. There's none of them whatsoever. We'll go on to the final item, item 15. Closure. I declare the meeting closed at 8:04 p.m. Thank you very much, councillors. Well done.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
We rise and stand, caring for this special land. Through every challenge we come through, safer, stronger, tried and true. With volunteers and vision clear, we conquer every Chittering, you shine so bright. A countryside full of light, where every road leads to a dream, and every face is on your team. From growing towns to open space, you can feel the warm embrace. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, yeah, it is more than land, it is more than view. It is the people that make it shine through. Chillin', we choose you more than words can ever say. Chittering, you light our way, our home, our heart, forever true. Chittering, we love you. Rolling hills by the highway line, the noon mornings feel just right. 7,000 hearts and growing strong, building dreams where we belong. From bushfire crews to country roads, neighbors lending helping hands. Every project, every plan is shaped by pride across this land. From the valleys to the sky so blue, there is a place where life feels true. You can feel it in everything we do. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. Taste of Chittering fills the air. Music markets everywhere. From library labs to cafe fare, good times found beyond compare. Children playing, seniors wise, beneath these clear and endless skies. Every moment a sweet surprise, reflected in our happy eyes. Through every season, rain or shine, you're a treasure so divine. Every spirit starts to climb. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. From heritage roots to stories untold, you and watch experience still bold. Side by side we rise and stand, caring for this special land. Through every challenge we come through, safer, stronger, tried and true. With volunteers and vision clear, we conquer every doubt. 7,000 hearts and growing strong, building dreams where we belong. From bushfire crews to country roads, neighbors lending helping hands. Every project, every plan is shaped by pride across this land. From the valleys to the sky so blue, there is a place where life feels true. You can feel it in everything we do. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. Taste of Chittering fills the air. Music markets everywhere. From library laughs to cafe fare, good times found beyond compare. Children playing, seniors wise, beneath these clear and endless skies. Every moment a sweet surprise, reflected in our happy eyes. Through every season, rain or sky, you're a treasure so divine. Every spirit starts to climb. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. From heritage roots to stories untold, you didn't watch your spirit still bold. Side by side we rise and stand, caring for this special land. Through every challenge we come through, safer, stronger, tried and true. With volunteers and vision clear, we conquer every doubt and fear. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. A countryside full of light, where every road leads to a dream, and every face is on your team. From growing towns to open space, you can feel the warm embrace. 7,000 hearts and growing strong, building dreams where we belong. From bushfire crews to country roads, neighbors lending helping hands. Every project, every plan is shaped by pride across this land. From the valleys to the sky so blue, there is a place where life feels true. You can feel it in everything we do. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. Taste of Chittering fills the air. Music markets everywhere. From library labs to cafe fare, good times found beyond compare. Children playing, seniors wise, beneath these clear and endless skies. Every moment a sweet surprise, reflected in our happy eyes. Through every season, rain or shine, you're a treasure so divine. Every spirit starts to climb. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. From heritage roots to stories untold, youth and Wajak spirit still bold. Side by side we rise and stand, caring for this special land. Through every challenge we come through, safer, stronger, tried and true. With volunteers and vision clear, we conquer every doubt and fear. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. A countryside full of light, where every road leads to a dream, and every face is on your team. From glowing towns to open space, you can feel the warm embrace. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, yeah, it is more than land. It is more than view. It is the people that make it shine through. Chittering, we choose you more than words can ever say. Chittering, you light our way, our home, our heart, forever true. Chittering, we love you. 7,000 hearts and growing strong, building dreams where we belong. From bushfire crews to country roads, neighbors lending helping hands. Every project, every plan is shaped by pride across this land. From the valleys to the sky so blue, there is a place where life feels true. You can feel it in everything we do. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. Taste of Chittering fills the air. Music markets everywhere. From library labs to cafe fare, good times found beyond compare. Children playing, seniors wise, beneath these clear and endless skies. Every moment a sweet surprise, reflected in our happy eyes. Through every season, rain or shine, you're a treasure so divine. Every spirit starts to climb. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. From heritage roots to stories untold, you didn't watch your spirit still bold. Side by side we rise and stand, caring for this special land. Through every challenge we come through, safer, stronger, tried and true. With volunteers and vision clear, we conquer every doubt and fear. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. A countryside full of light, where every road leads to a dream, and every face is on your team. From growing towns to open space, you can feel the warm embrace. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, yeah, it is more than land. It is more than view. It is the people that make it shine through. Chittering, we choose you. More than words can ever say. Chittering, you light our way, our home, our heart, forever true. Chittering, we love you. just right. 7,000 hearts and growing strong, building dreams where we belong. From bushfire crews to country roads, neighbors lending helping hands. Every project, every plan is shaped by pride across this land. From the valleys to the sky so blue, there is a place where life feels true. You can feel it in everything we do. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. Taste of Chittering fills the air. Music markets everywhere. From library labs to cafe fare, good times found beyond compare. Children playing, seniors wise, beneath these clear and endless skies. Every moment a sweet surprise, reflected in our happy eyes. Through every season, rain or shine, you're a treasure so divine. Every spirit starts to climb. Oh, Chittering, you shine so bright. Country living done just right. From sunrise gold to starry nights, this is where our future grows. With every smile and every hand, stronger hearts across the land. There is nowhere else that feels like home. Chittering, we know. From heritage roots to stories untold, you'd and watch your spirit still bold. Side by side